Yet another electrifying weekend of ALGS, but this time it was the Pro League Qualifiers. Here's what happened. So welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift, your #1 ALGS morning show on the planet. That is a fact. All right, lots of stuff to talk about today. A lot of good stuff has happened this past week, but if there's one thing that is not on today's menu of points to talk about, is Rostermania. Literally nothing has happened, dude. Well, that's actually not entirely true. Dropped has announced that he will be joining Noct and Keon, and they're officially looking for an org to represent them, which is awesome. I mean, we've seen Dropped and Noct play together, and they've used to play super well together when they played back on Optic, and then they played together. What was the other org that they played for? Bleed? Maybe SSG is gonna make a return to Apex. I know this is an org that publicly said that they wanted to stay in Apex, and Dropped used to be signed to them, so I think SSG could be a good org for them. Either way, super excited to see who lands them. Another team that's looking for an org is Nasuke, Kashera, and Adam ZZ. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that as well. Let me know in the comments which orgs that you'd love to see joining Apex. Personally, SSG. I'd like to see Optic return too. I don't know if they're gonna make a comeback, but it'd be nice to see those two, for sure. As for other pro players, Onmu has officially announced his retirement from competitive Apex. After 5 years of so much success, winning a world championship, he's decided to pursue paramedics instead. As you guys can see, his retirement post, if you guys want to put pause on the video and read everything, go ahead. And he's completely over Apex. So yeah, good for him. Wish him nothing but the best. It was really fun watching you compete, Onmu. Cheers to you. Now, speaking of exiting Apex, Gaimin Gladiators has officially parted ways with its squad Funk, Light, and Blast, which has been the case for quite a lot of orgs recently. Gaimin Gladiators joining Movistar, Nose Fox, and All Gamers Global. So lots of orgs exiting, but that just means that we might have a new set of orgs that are going to be coming in for this next split. So it's going to be very exciting to see. Now, yes. No. It's such a beautiful flower. Oh my God. I'll put it here. So yeah, a lot of changes recently, but if there's one thing that doesn't seem to ever change, is how talented ImperialHal is. Fire transition. ImperialHal was officially nominated for the Esports Controller Player of the Year for the Esports Awards. So make sure you guys go vote for him at www.esportsawards.com/vote. You have until August 11th to vote for him to be Controller Player of the Year. So that would be honestly pretty cool to see him win. These are the other nominees, which are also very, very talented, but I think Hal's got this. And speaking of nominations, TSM was also nominated, but for the Esports Team of the Decade, which is absolutely insane. And if you're voting for Hal, you might as well vote for TSM. One of the longest lasting orgs in Apex, hasn't left the game since day one, super loyal to our esports. So make sure you guys go support them. Once again, www.esportsawards.com/vote. Let's get it. Now, before we get into the Pro League Qualifiers results, there was a new Apex update yesterday. That's right. By the time you guys are watching this episode, yesterday, the changes dropped. A lot of good changes. But since this is an ALGS morning show, emphasis on ALGS, we're going to take a look at the changes that will heavily affect Apex competitive. So let's jump right into it. First of all, they're nerfing the Evo Harvesters spawn rate. There used to be 17 to 20 Evos on the map, and now they reduced it to only 8 to 9 Evos, which is a huge change that will affect competitive. Whew. My thing is, I wonder if these Evo Harvesters are always going to spawn at the same place on each map, or if they're going to be randomized. Because if they spawn at the same place on each map, the teams that will be drafting will now pick their POIs based on those spawns. But if it's completely random, that just adds to RNG, which kind of sucks. There's going to be a lot of teams on white armors coming out of their POIs, which means that a lot of teams are going to be rotating towards the Evo Harvesters, which means they're going to run into other teams that are going to be going for those Evo Harvesters because they're a lot more rare. Yeah, this is a pretty big change. Also, amps were added to the game. There will be 5 of them. You can see them on screen. Reading them right now, I don't know if any of these are going to be OP or not, but either way, I don't think it will heavily affect comp. I don't think teams are going to change their strategy or change their game plans based on these amps. I do think it's going to increase the quality of life, but I don't think it's going to heavily affect, if that makes sense. Another change is a big buff to the control legends. So now when you scan a ring console as a control legend, you're given a taller evac tower, which means that zone teams will now be able to hit ring beacon, instantly grab that evac tower that actually goes higher, and we'll be able to play for end zone instantly. The dev node is definitely super interesting, and I love what they're doing here. Control legends should have priority when taking key spots and defending, so we've buffed their perks so they can get to zone early and fight with less loot, which means that teams can rotate out as early as the ring appears. I think we're going to be seeing teams take a lot less time to loot. I think the pace of the game is going to pick up a lot faster. So it's gonna be awesome. And then they buffed Bangalore and Caustic. For Bangalore, the big changes are to the tactical and ultimate ability. The smoke launcher, now the canisters break and travels through doors. Projectile speed increased, pull-out time reduced as well, cooldown reduced, gas now reactive. I mean, they just buffed the smoke by, whew, wow. As for the ultimate ability, the cooldown was reduced, and they reduced the anim frame to fire projectile to 1. I'm not sure what that means. All I know is when you look at level 2 and level 3, basically what that means is Bangalore is going to want to choose the electric smoke as the level 2 upgrade, for sure. Because that electrifies the smoke, which means that it deals 100 damage to enemy ults and destroys tacticals. So she's basically Thanos. I think Tony Romero, I think he put out a TikTok or a reel. I'm gonna put it on screen here. Her ultimate ability or her smoke basically destroys anything. Newcastle wall, Gibby bubble, anything. Gets rid of anything. As for Caustic's changes, the gas damage was increased. It causes aim punch to victims when causing damage. So when you tick like you're in zone, basically. Caustic's health bar does not show while inside. Increased visibility both outside and inside his own gas. Gas is now reactive, same as Bangalore smokes. He has a new passive. Ooh. Gain research points from poisoning enemies, opening unique death boxes, and scanning ring consoles. Wow. Unlock an upgrade point for every 100 research points. Can uniquely have all 4 upgrades unlocked at once. Oh, so Caustic can have all 4 upgrades. So level 2 and level 3 upgrades, he can unlock all of them by doing the research points. Wow. Wow. Okay. For his tactical, his trap health increased by a lot. Wow. Trap can be activated earlier while inflating. Reduced toss and stow by 0.1 seconds. Increased trap activation. Increased gas radius. Double lifetime. Oh my goodness. Caustic traps take ring damage. I mean, at least that. And then the ultimate ability, reduced cooldown, reduced toss and stow time, increased projectile speed. Wow. And then we have the upgrades here. I really like those changes. That just means that Caustic now joins Wattson in terms of the very, very powerful control legends. You would think that it's going to heavily affect ALGS, but here's the thing about Bangalore. Every team needs an assault legend. Every team basically runs an assault legend. So she's gonna be the most popular pick in game 1 all the time. So thank goodness for the legend ban system, because that just means that not every single end game is gonna be filled with smokes. As for Caustic, not every team runs a controller legend. So no matter how good Caustic can be, no matter how good Wattson can be, not every team is gonna run them, because not every team is a zone team. So that's why even if Caustic's buff would make him an even better legend than Bangalore is, I still think we're gonna see a lot more Caustic in comp, because Caustic's not gonna get banned until maybe, in my opinion, probably game 3, 4, maybe even 5. When Wattson was originally buffed, a lot of people were saying, oh, she's gonna get banned game 1, she's so OP, but that has not been happening. So let me know what you think of the changes in the comments. I think they're great. I personally think it's healthy for the game. Now we have Caustic and Wattson as the heavy hitters of the controller class, and Bangalore is Thanos. So yeah, I can't wait to see which teams adapt better to these changes. All right, now, for those of you who didn't know, this weekend was the long-awaited ALGS Pro League Qualifiers, meaning the best teams from Split 1's Challenger Circuit and the bottom teams of Split 1's Pro League regular season faced off in a 3-day tournament, where the winners round 1 was played on Friday, winners round 2 and elimination round 1 played on Saturday, and then on Sunday, the match point grand finals. These grand finals went on for a total of 8 games, so let's take a look at the final moments of game 8.
Let's go, easy on me.
Look down on them. Do you have nades?
Oh,
I'm on the wall.
nice guys.
Jump to it.
Nice guys on the match point team.
Yeah, I need help. Cracked one, behind you. Yeah, play on my wall.
Holy shit, I'm like, we're gonna be down.
Come to me. 100. I shot him. Help me. I so much damage.
No, man. That's unleashed out dead. Nice guys with an armor swap, and here we go. I died. It's a 2v3. It's 2v2.
Play me in heal.
2v2.
Yep, I'm walking forward slightly.
Oh my fucking god, they get the bat off. Nice guys.
Get us in Pro League, baby.
Nice guys, get Pro League. Nice guys, get Pro League.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sang, Cody, QQ Biddy, Team Nice Guys are your Pro League Qualifiers champions. Woo! So let's take a look at the results. Reminder that the top 8 of these finals qualified for Split 2's Pro League regular season. Nice Guys, The Durags, Chalmonius, Legacy Kingdom, Team Inferno, Hakikimori, Unreal Nightmare, and Nihao Nuggets will be playing in this Split 2 Pro League regular season. Woo! Let's go! Great stuff, amazing tournament. Cody kill leading with 25 kills, 6.9k damage. Wow, that's impressive. Good stuff. Very much looking forward to Split 2 Pro League, which will be starting August 31st. So mark your calendars, August 31st, game 1 of the Split 2 Pro League regular season. Super excited. A lot of talented teams from Challenger Circuit looking to prove themselves among the greatest teams in the world. As for the Pro League scrims, they're picking back up today. So if you're watching this on the day I'm posting it, scrims are being run right now. For the results and other updates, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. I'll be retweeting and stuff like that. You can also follow Oversight Esports. They post the scrims results and they're going to be hosting the Pro League scrims. Super excited. Now, before I end this video, I'd like to announce that this will be the final episode of the morning shift. At this setup. Scared you, didn't I? Don't worry, the morning shift will never die, okay? I have loved talking esports so much. I love talking Apex, and I love reading your feedback, positive or negative, whether it hurts my feelings or not. I love reading the comments on every video, and I do appreciate the support, as always. But as I was saying, next week I'm going to be in Los Angeles, so if the episode seems very simple next week, don't be surprised. The week after, I'm actually moving. We're not going to be here anymore. We're not going to be at this place. Moving into an apartment with my brother, with our cameraman. I'm gonna have to find a new place to record the morning shift. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna be posting pictures of the move and everything. Might even make a video about it. I don't know. Either way, make sure to turn notifications on. New episode will be Tuesday. And until next week, take it easy, like and subscribe. Peacers. Oh, I didn't finish my coffee. Great outro. Finishing my coffee. That was the simplest outro ever. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I guess I got no cameraman today, so closing the camera myself.